welcome to the first episode of Inside Vallejo podcast.
Hi, I'm Maddox Sanders. I am a student working on the Vallejo Project podcast.
Hi, I'm Asma.
I'm Charlotte Ponder. I'm also helping out on the project.
Hello, Charlotte.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Alright, so a little context for the podcast. We are working for Vallejo Project, which is a nonprofit organization based in Vallejo, California, that is focused on strengthening the community by teaching youth to be leaders through programs meant to teach them career skills, giving resources like food to the community, and providing volunteer opportunities. And we are here joined by Orobosa Alotu, who is a youth leader alumni for Vallejo Project, and he is a local youth artist. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello, as you guys know me, I am Orobosa Alotu, and I am a youth leader, well actually not a youth leader, but a youth member of the Vallejo Project. And my experience for working through the Vallejo Project has been fun. I also do graphic designs, t-shirts, digital art, so I'm a digital artist. And I also helped out with the 2025 and 2024 Vallejo Project calendar. And I also attend to events.
Thank you very much, Orobosa. I just wanna know, like, what would you say your relationship with Vallejo Project is, and how did you become involved as a youth leader at the organization?
Well, my relationship with Vallejo Project throughout the years has been really felt attached to them, which means I've been mostly helping out whenever I can more often. When I first heard or met the founder of Vallejo Project, is when I found out that she was also helping out a school I used to go to when I was in high school, Mare Island Technology Academy. So she was basically involved with that school as well. So that's how me and her got to know each other a lot more. And then also, during Saturdays, I've attend to farmers market to help out, pass out flyers. I even met some of my classmates from my old high school as well. Yeah, my old high school also used to work with Vallejo Project as well. So we basically passed out flyers, and we also had different events. And so it's been really fun.
Very interesting. And on that note, I also, since you are a graphic designer, how would you say you got into art specifically? And since I saw that you did continue pursuing it into your career at Vallejo Project with the calendar I saw, which very cool. What would you say was so appealing about art that made you continue to partake in it?
I just do it because I just do it for the fun of it. I enjoy the major time of doing art. I would either draw something that's appealing to me. It feels like I'm relaxed whenever I'm drawing something. Other times it feels like actual work, but you know what? The hard work will always pay off. Yeah. So that's how I mostly feel whenever I'm motivated about art.
Okay. So as somebody who appreciates art, I do see what you're saying by that. Yeah.
Art has and also art has different ways of how you feel. Sometimes you can even feel like you're a bit happy. When you inspire something to draw something happy, or you draw something that you're based on what you're a fan of. I have different motivations on what made me feel inspired by art. So
I see. Yeah, that's true. Art is different for everyone, and I think it's good that it helps people express whatever they want to express.
Obviously, I wanted to ask you, as you said, that hard work has been a really huge part of how you do. And what has been your motivation for this kind of work ethic?
Well, I have certain motivations. One motivated whenever I want to do animation. I usually watch some old movies, old 2D dimensional movies that are hand drawn. Those things give me a motivation to do some character designs and character drawings. And the other part of what I'm motivated about art or animation is that some of my favorite TV shows or animes I watch. That's why I was really into illustration, that part, because I understand the elements of the colors and how to balance the designs as well.
That's amazing. So you would say like media has been a really huge part of your life. Do you ever wish to be in that field or like pursue that field?
In that field.
Yeah. Is there any way that obviously art is a big part of your life. Has that shaped or reimagined your thoughts or shaped your identity in a way that you'd like to share with the audience?
Well, it hasn't, honestly, I haven't had any changes. It just feels like, it's actually just a part of me,
That's amazing. That's good to know because it's very important for our art form to express who we are. And then how would you say art help creates a sense of identity or for others or for the youth and prepares them for the world, or if there's any advice from your side that you'd like to give to the youth?
What I want to give to for the youth, if whenever you're doing art, I would start with drawing something that identifies of who you want to be, like what kind of artist you want to be. Either you want to be an illustrator, a graphic designer, or any type of sculpture. You express that feeling.
Wow, that is very inspiring because it's great how you express that not only should your art show what you are, who you are, but also who you want to be.
Do you have an artist in mind that has inspired you or evoked a sense of emotion in you?
Usually I was going to say Leonardo da Vinci, but there was another artist I was inspired by 3 years ago, late 3 years ago. He's an anime artist, and he goes by Uzi the Virus. Uzi's OZZY, and is DA, and the virus part is VYRUS.
Oh wow, okay. That's a name I think we'd all like to search and look up more and maybe get inspired to. Moving on from youth, how do you think art plays a role in community, or how would you want it to play a role in community?
What I think about art as a way, I feel like art could be open for everybody, so they feel like expressing themselves or how they can come out from their shells of who they want to be, and they can express that with art, communications, also creating something that inspires their personalities or their emotions as well.
Okay, yeah, no, that's extremely important. I agree. In any kind of form of art, not just drawing and illustration, it is important to express yourself in the most authentic way. And my last question for you would be, on a broader scale, how would you say art has helped you throughout, the course of your career or, educational career, or just general in life? Or
it's on the scale, I think the element of art, because I have some art classes during elementary school, but I didn't really fully experience the obsession with art. But over time, when I went to community college, I had the opportunity to adapt that feeling like when I was doing art classes. And I did some different elements of art because I was in an art major. But then I changed my major into graphic designs. And I was really happy to be an artist major at my community college. And I'm proud of being an art major or graphic design at my university college as well.
And I think follow-up question: why do you think why did you change to graphic design? Like any particular reason or?
To know more about okay. To be honest, when I changed my graphic design, I figured it would be another helpful way to design stuff because my goal was to design t-shirts. I always have like a habit of designing t-shirts and hoodies.
That is very exciting, and I love the idea of having art on a t-shirt, especially because now it's not something that's stationary, but also something that you can wear, that you can represent. But yeah, I hope you design amazing t-shirts, hoodies, and we'll get to wear them one day.
I would like to ask Charlotte if she has some questions that she wants to ask you.
Of course.
Yeah, I think that's so cool that you've gotten to like continue your art and like higher education and everything. Do you know what you want to do after graduation?
Well, I do want to go into a studio and work on animations. I always wanted to do hand-drawn animation, and hopefully I can write my own story and I can do my own artwork.
Sounds so cool. What kind of do you have like a story in mind?
Well, I haven't figured out the story part, but I always do love superheroes, so I was thinking about like making a superhero story. It'll be like accurate for everybody to make superhero stories nowadays, so I just thought it would be just a clever idea just to attach that idea to my mind and then create what inspires that hero, you know?
Yeah. I think I'd love to watch that. Like, I'm not super into like animation and like anime and like watching stuff like movies and shows like that. Would you have any like recommendations for me getting into it?
The best part about animations, if you're either an old Disney fan, watch some old 2000 Disney draw movies. Watch some good anime, old 90s from the early 2000s, from the late 90s, 19s. Dragon Ball, Bleach, Pokemon.
Oh yeah,
those are really good. And there are some good animations returning this year. Demon Slayer. That's another good anime you should watch.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about that. Yeah. Is there anywhere that you're like selling any of your graphic design or like clothing or anything that we can look at?
Well, it's been a while since I've done my product on t-shirts because mostly I've been busy throughout school and college. But I used to have a website to sell my graphic designs and t-shirts. But like I said, it's been a while since I've done those, since I've been busy with college lately.
Yeah, I understand that. It gets to like a lot. Midterms and everything.
Yeah, midterms. This is a drawing I did of Battle Beasts from the show Invincible.
What's your usual like process when you start to draw?
At first, I usually start with ordinary shapes for the body positions. Start with details, creating muscles and length for the legs, and then after that, I obviously put colors on it, and then I add shades to it.
What kind of software can you or do you use? Since I see that you're a digital artist, which is very cool, very cool.
Usually the pens I usually use at first. I start using these pens, and then after that I use another layer. And then for the pen I use this, I usually line off. I actually usually trace the line off the drawing I did, and then erase the pencil part. And then usually the easiest way to add colors. Before adding colors, I would put a reference to this on the outline for an example. So I'm gonna try to put some colors into it. It would be more easier without the full color, but the outline, like the outline drawing without the colors, it would have been filled in. The color would be filled in. That's what usually helps me out.
You make all this on Procreate?
Yes, Procreate.
Do you feel like you were always good at art, or did you just like get there?
I feel like honestly, as a kid, I felt cocky, and then I felt cocky and feeling that I was good at art because I was like drawing it easy. But then I realized as I got older and I wised up and I practiced more and Evolate, I went back as a kid and I was like, man, I can't believe I used to drew that. It was so messy as a kid, but now just drawing it now as an adult, it feels right. It feels so like elevated.
This is just so cool. You seem to watch a lot of anime, which is really cool.
Yeah, pretty much.
Curious, do you happen to have like a favorite, maybe?
Well, I do have a favorite anime. It's obviously Dragon Ball, but my favorite Dragon Ball character is this guy right here, Broly.
See. Do you say there's like a particular reason?
Oh, it's a particular reason I like him. He actually is like one of the non-canon villains of the old Dragon Ball movies until they made him canon in the actual Dragon Ball canon movie, Super Broly. The Z Broly version of this was so badass. He literally just stomped the floor out of Goku and Vegeta and the Z Squad. Like, that dude was crazy, and he has one of the best dialogues in Dragon Ball Z movies. That's pretty much it.
Wow, that is so amazing. I was
Yeah, it was
saying
really
that.
impressive.
Thank you guys. I've just been basically drawing a lot, like, over the past few years, and having my own experience.
Oh, I know how much time it takes like to like make like any sort of art, so I applaud you for that.
Thanks. I really appreciate it, you guys. Really appreciate it. Do you guys have certain talents?
Yeah, I mean, I love dancing. That's my form of art or my form of expression, and I guess that'll always be.
Dancing is pretty cool too. Usually when I dance, I usually dance at a Zumba class, or I dance when I'm playing the Just Dance on the Wii.
I do game development. That's something, I guess.
That's really cool. I love to be a gamer too. As much as I love to animate, but I also love the inspiration of being a gamer as well. Usually don't do it much often, but it's pretty fun.
I feel like video games, it's you have to like encompass like a lot of mediums. You gotta have like art, music. You gotta have good game design, maybe like a good writing for like a story if your game has one. So there's like a lot you can do with it,
Yeah, there is a lot.
I've been practicing my harmonica.
Well, nice.
Yeah.
Harmonica is kind of cool.
Wow, that is impressive. I mean, not a harmonica, but I played quite a few instruments, but like to stick with them is amazing.
Nice. The harmonica is pretty cool tool to use. Music. You know who else had I'm trying to, I almost forgot the word. Harmonica. Oh, harmonica. You know who had a harmonica? Squidward.
So it's basically the coolest instrument that you could have.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't know how you could do better.
Man. I would consider myself a SpongeBob aficionado, but like I did not know Squirrel played the harmonica. I thought you always just played the clarinet. That's
Many talents.
Well,
Yeah. Do you have any final thoughts that you want to share, maybe about like the Vallejo Project or your art? Anything that we didn't get a chance to ask you about?
Of course. My final thoughts about Vallejo projects. I think of them. What I think. I think they're like a family to me, where they we shared plans and how we can like make it better for Vallejo. So everybody like feel like they have some homes, and the only way, and the ways for them to feel like their home is through art, events, and even fundraising. And that's the best part for Vallejo Project, is that we certainly create events for everybody to feel like home, or to feel like it's a safe space for everybody to feel happy and supportive. And that's how community works. And that's why I love about Vallejo Project, is that they're so passionate to expand their community.
Oh, that's awesome. I know, I really appreciate like everything the Vallejo Project has been doing.
Me too.
Yeah, and likewise, I mean, obviously we have like amazing artists like you, and for our audience, if they want to get involved further in like Vallejo Project, they do a lot of like practices and like with hands-on practices such as like crochet classes and like swing, photography, color guard, and we're going to be including a flyer if you guys could look at it and join the Vallejo Project for amazing things. And thank you so much, Orobosa. It was so nice getting to know you and getting to be inspired with you.
Of course, it was nice meeting with all of you as well. And
it was a pleasure.
Thank you.
I'm really inspired with you guys. You guys are really talented with broadcasting. Don't give up on your dreams.
Thank you so much.
Of course, you're welcome. Thank you so much for inviting me for this podcast. Thank you so much.